So we're in the process, we're heading out to King of the Hammers, getting both of these cars ready to go. I'm gonna do something I haven't tried before. A lot of my friends like to run water in the front tires of their rock crawlers. I've actually never ran water before. The reason I never wanted to run water in this car is I like to use this car as an all-around car. It's not just a small technical rock crawler. So you can go faster on stuff with it too, and I didn't want the water sloshing around in there. But now that I got this car, and this is a little bit more of a small technical low-speed rock crawler, I figured let's try water out and see how it does. What I'm gonna do is run some RV antifreeze. I'm gonna put a couple gallons of RV antifreeze in there first, just to give it a little bit more freeze protection. I live in Colorado and it's winter right now, so this thing's gonna have to travel out to California in an enclosed trailer, but it's still gonna be cold. So by adding RV antifreeze, we're going to keep those from turning into a giant block of ice. So what I came up with to add water, I put a hose fitting from Home Depot with a barbed fitting to this air chuck. And so what I'm gonna do is hook it there, hook my hose to this, and then I'm gonna put a couple gallons of RV antifreeze in that hose first. Then I'm gonna go hook that hose to my hydrant and then just add water until I fill the tires just over the hub. That's what I hear a lot of people typically like. I'm not going to fill the water all the way up, but I'm just going to fill it to the top of the hub. Sure, people wonder is why even mess around with putting water in your tires? There's multiple reasons for it, but the biggest thing is to keep your weight down low. And so imagine if you're going up and over an obstacle, you get your front tires up over the top of it. Well, now you have all that weight low to help those tires grab onto the rock and pull you up and over. And like I said, I've never tried it before, but a whole lot of my friends swear by it, and I've watched some of their vehicles on different obstacles where it seems like the front of the vehicle holds a better line than mine. Seemed like mine sometimes slipped off a little bit where they held the line and just kept crawling. So rock crawling is a game of inches, so the smallest things can give you just that much of an advantage. So it's just another thing to try out. So what I'm doing is adding RV antifreeze before I add water. Now, most of the time this rock crawler is sitting in a heated shop. We have to get all the way out to King of the Hammers, and it's going to be in a trailer where we're going to be going through freezing weather. So I just want to give it a little bit added freezing protection, because what this RV antifreeze will do is help the water, maybe instead of freezing into a block, just turn into slush. That's what I'm going to try to help give her a little bit of added freeze protection. What I got is a funnel rigged up to the hose, and then what I'm doing is dumping the RV antifreeze into the funnel. I'm dumping that in there, and then I'm going to fill the hose and get a couple gallons in there. And then what I'm gonna do is just hook it back up to the hydrant and fill it up. So right now, I've got water running through my hose into my tire. And so what I'm gonna have to do is just check it a few times to shut it off by the time it gets up to halfway up the hub. You can see down there I left a clear section so you can see when the RV antifreeze goes through there. We now have all the RV antifreeze in there, so now we're adding water directly to this tire. So what I've got is the water coming through here, up through this air chuck straight into the tire. So what I'm gonna do, I shut it off. I've got this valve right here. This gauge doesn't work anymore, but what we'll do is pull this off. It's kind of pressurized because obviously the water going in is pressurizing the tire. And if we want to see how full the tire is, right there. So I'm going to go up just a little bit more. I think I want it, I hear from the top of the hub. So that's what I'm going to try. So I hook that back up, get back to filling her back up. Tires are filled halfway up. This car is pretty well ready to go. Well, as ready as it's ever going to be. This one's ready too. I'm going to be loading these in the trailer tomorrow night. The only problem is we just got snow like in the last couple days, and then the temperature dropped really far again, like it usually does after it snows. So I think the nighttime low tomorrow night might be down to like 9 degrees or something like that. So the only thing I'm worrying about is before we leave for King of the Hammers, this thing's sitting in the trailer overnight with the water in the tires. And so that is why I put that RV antifreeze in there, just to help give me a little bit of protection so that by the time I get out to King of the Hammers, these things aren't just a block of ice. So hopefully it's enough protection to at least keep it from freezing into a block of ice. But it will be inside a trailer, but that trailer still gets pretty cold at night. It's not really insulated and there's no heat source in there, so I'm excited to try it out. For those watching who do run water in your front tires, what's your thought? Does it make a huge difference? Let us know. Also, let us know, how do you prefer to fill your tires with water? I know there's multiple ways of doing it and some ways work better than others, so share your thoughts. Let us know if there's a better way to do it. That's my first time really doing it, so I'd like to let everyone know what my thoughts are once I get out there and start driving around. If it's worth all the hassle, or if I feel like I'm getting that extra traction that I'm looking for. So I am so ready to get out of the cold Colorado weather and get out to King of the Hammers. So we are really excited for it. Another thing I'm doing this year for King of the Hammers, I'm going to try this. It's going to be challenging because the biggest thing about being out at King of the Hammers is the lack of internet. So at our pit every year, we usually get internet set up so that we can have internet. So what I'm going to try to do are daily updates, just short videos. I'm going to try to do this. I don't know if I can get it done, but of the sights and sounds of everything that's going on each day, I was going to try and make a couple-minute video just to put out there every day of what we got going on for those that couldn't make it out or are interested to see what's going on behind the scenes of the other King of the Hammers videos that are out there. So I'm going to try it. We'll see how it works. Stay tuned because I'm going to be putting out a lot of content over King of the Hammers. That's my goal and I'm going to try it. So anyway, stay tuned.